Hey, all right. Welcome back to another episode of Bigfoot Society AM. It's a live show that I do sometimes where I have a live call-in show where so if you have a Bigfoot encounter you would like to share, you can go ahead and you can call on in um, to share that. I will share the phone number in a minute. We'll let some people roll on in. We got a few people in. Do want to shout out? We've got Richard Epler became a YouTube member. I appreciate the support. You are now a supporting member of the channel and you're able to see episodes early and ad free. So I appreciate that, Richard. We've got Memphis Song here with the green checks. Good to see you as always. Always see you in the chat. So I appreciate that, Memphis. Um, let's see. There's one thing I have to do real quick. So I am looking over. All right. So if you look at the description, if you have a um, Bigfoot encounter you'd like to call in with, you want to hit the link in the description. You need to fill out a guest release, and I'll be providing the phone number in a few minutes on screen so you can call in. Now, when you call in, you will be live on air, and calling in, of course, your encounter will be recorded and potentially be used on the podcast. So that's why filling out the guest release is important. Let's see who else we've got. We've got Bonnie Mullen here. Good to see you. Hello, everyone. Bigfooties. Yes, and you got a lot of different emojis. Appreciate that. We got a few people hanging out tonight. How did everyone's Thanksgiving go? Let me know in the chat if you had a good Thanksgiving. Let me know by you can put some like turkey emojis in the chat. Um, let's see. Profit, I got a pop-up notice. The universe brought me here. Well, I'm excited that you are here hanging out. We're going to be hanging out for an hour. I'll go for about an hour. So I'm going to go ahead and, hey, we got tea time with Tiffany. Good to see you, Tiffany. Hey, Jeremiah. Always great to see you. I'm going to go ahead and put the phone number up on the screen. If you have a Bigfoot encounter you would like to share, you can go ahead and give the number a call. I've got do not disturb off, and we'll just kind of chat in the comments until we get our first call. So let's see. Tiffany says lots of food and family. Yes, definitely. We had a great Thanksgiving get together. We had some relatives come over. We had a dog come over with the relatives. It was a great time. Let me know what your favorite food to have during Thanksgiving was. We had pork roast, we had mashed potatoes, we had green bean casserole, um, all sorts of stuff. It was a great time. Busy weekend with Bigfoot Society this weekend. If you're in the Patreon and you're in the $7 tier or above, we have the end of the month Patreon hangout where we chat about all sorts of stuff, and it is not recorded. So I kind of talk about some fun stuff. Saturday, we will have a Patreon member watch party. We have a watch party using the Rave app. So we will be watching a documentary about the Justin Smeha incident about 10 years ago. It's a great documentary. Okay, we got Maria Lopez, first time here. Great to see you, Maria. Thank you for being here. Bill Smith says, my wife made a ribeye roast as a backup dinner. Awesome evening. That is awesome to hear. Tiffany says, definitely the mashed potatoes and mac and cheese. Oh, and the sweet potato casserole. All right. Cappy McCappy says, I deep fried a turkey. Wow. I hear that can be dangerous. I'm glad you're okay. Hopefully you're okay. Again, if you would like to call in and share your Bigfoot encounter or Bigfoot story, you can call in 515-809-0165. Profet says, just finished a turkey, stuffing, mashed potato, and gravy leftover bowl. That sounds amazing. With green bean casserole and extra crunchy onions. My goodness, you are getting me so hungry. But I had a really good leftover supper as well, so I'm not really hungry at all. Gene, great to see you. Iowa here. Hi, Bigfoot Society fam. I'll tell you guys, I've talked to Gene Gene's a cool dude. It's good to hear from you again, Gene. Kind of bummed because I got this like Funko Pop rainbow Bigfoot, and his arm. I found out that his arm like broke off today. So, you know. Let's see. Jeb Bush. I deep fried a hamburger helper meal. Is that really Jeb Bush in your profile pic for that? Well, good for you. Tiffany says, hi, Gene. Cappy says, I'm not harmed. I'm a veteran turkey fryer. Well, good for you. I'm glad that you are, it's not your first rodeo. Again, we've got, oh man, this could be a fun one, guys. Okay, we got Abraham Lincoln in the chat. He wants Jeb to be quiet, so we'll see what happens, guys. It could get wild. Worship says, hey, everyone, good to see ya. Tiff says, Gorilla Glue, no pun intended. Well, we've got a ton of people hanging out here. Guys, this is Bigfoot Society AM. It's episode number 3. And if you've got a Bigfoot encounter that you would like to share on air, you can give that phone number a call. Now, please fill out the guest release form. It's down in the description for this YouTube video. That allows me to potentially use the recording on the podcast as this is recorded. So we'll continue chatting about Thanksgiving here. We got Cappy says 14 pounder fried in 50 minutes. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Abraham says, tell us about the bear you saw. Well, I didn't see a bear. And okay. All right, Jeb. I think I know who your brother is. We'll see how this turns out. We got a few people hanging out here. Let me know. Oh, did you guys get any good deals on Black Friday today? Let me know what good deals you got in the chat. Well, I'll call out my favorite deals that I see. I know there's a great deal for Bigfoot Society right now, and over on the Etsy, you can get 40% off. If you go to Etsy.com, Bigfoot Society. All right, let's see. Cappy says, I live in Hoodsport, Washington, near Olympic National Fort. Okay, so you live out on the peninsula. Very cool. That's a great area to potentially see some stuff. So I hope you... Okay, well, hold on. I need to do something real quick, guys. Hold on, buddies. This will just take a minute. Let's see. We're going to do... That should do it. All right. Okay, we're back. All right. So, who else we got? We got, Worship says, I just come home from a trip in the U.S. and wish I could live near any of those amazing national parks. Yeah, totally. Let me know what park you would like to go to in the chat here. Jim, let's see. Jim Baker says hello. Great to see you, Jim. We got a few interesting characters in the chat today. There's one more thing I need. Oh, yeah. It's going to get... Okay, so let me do one more thing real quick. Yep. And let's take care of Jeb real quick, too. All right. We're back at it. All right. So, guys, we are hanging out here. Bigfoot Society AM. If you've got a Bigfoot encounter to share, you can call in live 515-809-0165. Let me check the phone, make sure it's on. Yep, it's on. We are good to go. Let's see. Okay, so Cappy's got some stuff going on here. Let's see. Cappy says 3 miles from my home, a couple sightings and vocals. So let me know, Cappy, are these sightings you had, or are these people that you talked to that you had some sightings? Let's see. Tiffany is planning on going to the Smoky Mountains in July of 24. Is that for the Bigfoot conference? I'm going to guess it might be for the Bigfoot conference. Is that what it is? Let me know. All right. Let's see. Oh my goodness. We are getting hammered. Tiff, if you would be able to be a mod, would you be okay with that? Let me know in the chat. Tiff, give me a yes if you would be okay with being a mod to kind of. I'm going to do it. I'll wait for Tiff to let me know if you would be okay with being a mod for this. Oh, actually, hold on. I can do this from inside StreamYard now. I'm good. Yeah. So like I can ban that guy super quick. Okay. Tiff, I'm good for now, but I'll let you know. Actually, I am going to make you a mod real quick. Thank you for your assistance. All right. We'll do. There you go. Thank you. Appreciate that. We're going to get rid of that guy too. We got a lot of interesting trolls hanging out tonight. I've never had so many trolls before. Let's see. Okay. So, Tiffany, you have the ability then to take out anyone who starts causing trouble. Appreciate your service, Tiffany. All right. So let's see who we got. Lily Kennedy. Great to see you. Hey, Jeremiah. Good to see you, Lily. Again, for all the new people, this is Bigfoot Society AM. If you've got a Bigfoot encounter you would like to call in and share, you can go ahead and call the number 515-809-0165. Right now, we're just kind of hanging out in the chat. We're talking about how our Thanksgivings were. So if you had some great stuff on Thanksgiving, go ahead and put in the chat what you had. What was your favorite dish? Hey, we got Ryan from Monster Radio. How are you doing, sir? Just swinging through to smash that thumbs up button. Make sure that you go listen to, if you haven't heard the Bigfoot Society episode with Ryan from Arizona, that was a fascinating episode. We got Marlene here from East Tennessee. I bet you've got some great stories, Marlene. I bet you do. All right, let's see here. Okay, Cappy's got something for me to read. So I know a guy who lives on Lake Cushman, and across the lake was a clear cut of trees, and through his telescope, him and another person saw something walking from right to left across. Whoa, yikes. That's crazy. Monster Radio says, I have some skinwalker investigations coming up soon. I'll keep you posted. Thank you for keeping me posted. Let's see. Jim Baker graduated with my uncle in West Michigan. There's a chance the real Jim may have had an encounter in the 50s or 60s. Whoa. That's wild. That is really crazy. I do want to shout out real quick. We had Richard Epler became a YouTube member right before this live started. Thank you for being a YouTube channel member. Richard gets to have a cool emoji next to his name, and he gets to see episodes early and ad free. So appreciate that, Richard. Let's see. ProFet, my encounter was in 91. Okay, interesting. So Pro, if you want to share about that, definitely go ahead. Let's see. Sunshine says, hey ProFet, call on bro. I would, but I'm in New Zealand, as you know. Well, Sunshine, I appreciate you watching from New Zealand. It's got to be super late where you're at. I would what? All right. Well, you're out, dude. All right. Let me know if you can hear me in the comments, if you can hear my audio. Okay. Well, guys, we got yeah, Tiffany. I'm quick. So there's this. It's in an integration into StreamYard now, where I just click the 3 buttons, and I can ban the user. Really, you can't hear a thing? Check, 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 check. Tiffany, okay, you can hear me good. People are just messing with me. All right. Man, tonight's show is wild and crazy, guys. Okay, here we go. Nova says, I'm new here. Love the interesting stories and people. Well, I'm glad that you're here. Let's see. We got DJ Dream says, nice and clear. Hey, Blink, I'm watching you. Give me a reason, buddy. I think people are making troll accounts just like bam, or they have like 50 troll accounts ready to go. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right. We got 33 people hanging out here on a Black Friday. Let me know, did you guys get any good deals today? Put them in the chat. What good deals you got? We are rocking out. We're going to be hanging out for an hour tonight. And let's see. This is a live show I do. If you've got a Bigfoot encounter you'd like to share, you can go ahead, give me a call, 515-809-0165. Make sure that you go over to the description for this YouTube channel first, because there is a guest release that you need to fill out first. Because this show is recorded, it could potentially be used on the podcast. Let's see. Hey, we got Eddie Rodriguez. Good evening, folks. Good to see you, Eddie. Eddie says, I enjoyed your premiere earlier. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Okay. BC Truck, BC Blade says, no good deals day but tomorrow. I'm going to go to the giant flea market in Jefferson, Texas. Hey, that's down in Jefferson. That's a big Bigfoot area over in East Texas. Keep an eye out for any Bigfoot stuff, but let me know what you're looking for. We got a great holiday weekend. That is if you celebrate Thanksgiving. I do have to remember that some of my listeners are in other countries, but I appreciate you being here. Over here in the U.S., we celebrate Thanksgiving, and we eat a lot on Thanksgiving, and then we hang out for the rest of the day or the weekend. So it's a good time. Let's see. Tiffany says, no good deals in Virginia, either all regular sales. Okay, here we go. Bonnie says, we seem to have encounters of some sort every year, usually at night. My husband and I were sitting on the back porch, and there were 2 talking or screaming back and forth. Strange sound, which is very sharp. Bonnie, I would love to talk to you about this. This sounds like a very interesting thing. It also sounds like it's going on right now. If you could, Bonnie, if you want to, you can give me a call, 515-809-0165, and we can talk about it on the air. If not, you can also send me an email, bigfootsociety@gmail.com. I'm going to make a banner of that real quick, just so you can see it. If you don't feel comfortable calling in to share your story live, please give me an email. Send me an email with what's going on, bigfootsociety@gmail.com. I would love to be able to know what's going on, but also hopefully be able to get you some help. I have a lot of connections in the community that can help with Bigfoot. Oh, hey, we got Josh Turner here. Greetings from the table. Hello, sir. Great to see you. Thanks for stopping by. I have a feeling you'll be going on for a while, so I'll make sure that all the people here, after we're done here, I think you'll be seeing them over at Paranormal Roundtable. So I appreciate you stopping by, Josh. Let's see. Bonnie says, I'm so shy. Hey, you know what? No reason to be shy. We're going to get rid of Abe real quick. Uh, but Bonnie, I'm not gonna, force you to call in, but you're welcome to. You have an open invitation. Let's see. BC Truck. I live about 20 minutes south of Jefferson, but I go through Fuck quite often as well. The only Bigfoot I ever seen is the one outside the Bigfoot store. Yeah, totally get it. Um, to answer your question, let's see. Tiffany says to answer your question from earlier, yeah, it's from the con for the con. I want to go to that. My family and I want to go to that con as well. We hope to be there someday, Tiff. So hopefully we'll meet you. Wayne and I and my husband and daughter are going. Oh, cool. Um, guys, if you're not already, make sure you're subscribed to the Sasquatch Odyssey and all the great shows over on that channel. Make sure you're subscribed over there. Josh says, thank you for the content. Hey, I appreciate that, man. Hold on. Thank you for fantastic books. How about that? Working my way through these two great Josh Turner books right now. Let's see. Worship says, I was very grateful that you emailed back very fast about some roaring sounds my husband and I heard. We've still not found any animals that sounded anything like it. Yeah, so whenever I get an email, I try to respond as quick as I can because I know a lot of these emails I get, the people are actually having issues. And so I want to make sure that I get back in touch with them. So glad that I was able to contact you back. Let's see. Yes, thank you, Tiffany. Paranormal Odyssey. Make sure you're subscribed to that as well. Let's see. My Bigfoot sighting is here. Hey, dude. Hey, Jeremiah, did you catch my premiere by chance? You know what? I don't think I did. Let me make sure that I'm subscribed to your channel. Let's see. Profet says the sounds that a Squatch can make are unreal. I'm convinced that they can mimic anything. I'm also convinced that there's some mimicking going on. So I'm right there with you, Pro. BC Truck, BC Blades, just listen to your Lake Fork interview. Can you share the pictures he sent you? Yeah, so that's a good idea. Let me hit him up. Excuse me. Let me hit him up and I'll see if I'm able to share those. But thank you. Thank you for reminding me of that, BC Truck. Let's see. My Bigfoot sighting. I don't want you to miss it. Well, I don't want him. Oh, is it one that Oh, hey, I'm going to make sure that hold on. Let me look. I'm going to make sure I'm subscribed right now. I am subscribed. But you know what? I want to hit that bell. When's your premiere? All right. Well, I'll check it out. Let's see. Josh Turner, Sasquatch can also cast their speech. Okay, interesting. Similar to noise projection. Yeah. I wouldn't put it past them. Definitely. I've been reading your Dogman book first, and then I'll be reading the Bigfoot book next. Let's see. BC Truck. I don't live far from him either. Lake Fork. Oh, wow. Tiffany says, always ring the bell. That's right. Always ring the bell. It started at 9. Oh, wow. Okay. So, guys, make sure that you are subscribed to my Bigfoot sighting and that you hit the bell so you don't miss any notifications. Let's see. Bonnie says, when we first moved to our house, we saw a Bigfoot print of it. Whoa, really? I got to hear your story, man. Josh says you're reading them backwards. That's funny. Oh, man. So I'll have to read them this way, and then I'll read them again the right way, and I'll see which way I like better. Bill Smith, they will cry like a baby and do what owl noises. It's creepy. Okay, so Here's a question for everyone in the chat. Have you ever used baby cry noises when you've gone out and tried to look for Bigfoot? I know a few people that have, and it's gotten some really interesting results, some pretty scary stuff because it seems to trigger all sorts of predators. So, although there's also been some people that have been out in places like Alaska, and they've actually heard baby cries, which some people think are Bigfoot mimicking the baby cries, which is pretty wild. Um, let's see. Collie, great to see you, Collie. Bigfoot whistles. Yeah, that's true. A lot of people do hear Bigfoot making some whistling noises. Used to hear him out in the pasture. Collie, are you the one that I talked to a few weeks ago? Where you called in? I see. Hello from Oklahoma. I guess there could be a lot of people from Oklahoma watching. Mm. All right, guys, we're having a great night so far. We're about halfway through. We're going to go until 9:30 Central. Um, Collie, that is you. Okay, I had a feeling. I really would like to talk to you someday. We had that chat on the air um, about how when you were growing up, you had the Bigfoot around your farm, and I would love to do a more extended interview with you one day because I have a feeling you have way more stuff to talk about. So, Collie, I've got y- I got your phone number from when you called in, so I will continue to be in touch. Um, ProFed says, Dogman, I'm in Michigan. Yeah, Dogman, some crazy stuff. If you want to hear Dogman stuff, make sure you're subscribed to Paranormal Roundtable. Josh has the Dogman hookup for sure. Yeah, Dogman is crazy stuff. Josh says, I held a conference in Oklahoma before and there's nothing but trolls. When did you hold a conference in Oklahoma? I never knew that. Did you hold a conference before the Dogman conference? Um, okay. Yep. Smokey's out. Man, it's like people are watching tonight. I don't know what's going on, but there's a lot of wild stuff going on in the chat tonight. Let's see. DJ Dream says, I heard that Bobcat and mountain lion kittens will sound like crying babies. Wild. Yeah, I mean, I have heard. Don't mountain lion baby cats make like a chirping noise? Maybe I just made that up. Who knows? Tiffany, like, dude, people are so rude. They are. And like if BC Blades, what's with all the loony trolls? I've never had so many trolls in my entire life. You know, it kind of makes me feel loved though. So bring them on because I can ban them pretty quick. Let's see. Profet says the ones I saw made multiple whoa noises with slide whistle like inflections and loud. Wild. Guys, make sure that you're subscribed to Tate Hieronymus's YouTube channel. He's got some great stuff coming up. I did get to see an early release of the second Iowa episode that has to do with I went out on a Bigfoot expedition in Iowa with Tate and some friends, Ontario Richardson, Ronman Reed, some others, and Tate made a documentary episode on it. It is great. You don't want to miss it. It is coming up in a month or two. So make sure you're subscribed to Tate Hieronymus's YouTube channel and we'll have a good time. Let's see. Bonnie Mullen. I've also seen the gold eyes from by my fence. And when I looked out, it would duck down at night. That's some scary stuff, Bonnie. I hope that you reach out to me when you are able to do so. Um, let's see. I'm not afraid of them. I'm glad you're not, but just be cautious. Be careful. Make sure you have protection. Make sure you have people around you. Josh says, well, when I'm working, wait a minute. I wonder if this is a fake Josh account, actually. How do I check? Now I want to check. Maybe. I wonder if this is fake. Tiff, what do you think? Do you think this is a fake Josh account, or is this the real Josh? This could get wild. Huh. Let's see. All right. Well, back at it. We don't want to focus on the trolls. Let's see. So we're halfway through the third episode of Bigfoot Society AM. Tiffany is going to go do some detective work to see if that's the real Josh, just for fun. Also, being a fantastic moderator. Thank you so much, Tiff. Let's see. If you've got a Bigfoot encounter, you feel free to go ahead and give me a call. You can call in 515-809-0165 and make sure you sign the guest release in the description before you call in. Oh, actually, I've got an idea. No, I don't have a way to contact him, actually. All right, so let's see. What can I tell you guys? Make sure you're subscribed to the Bigfoot Society channel and you hit the bell icon. I have got a wild interview that's going to happen next week, and I will kind of allude to it. It's an interview I've been trying to get for years about a pretty important event in the community. And I'll leave it at that. But yeah. It's fake. Yeah. It's fake, man. Yeah, good call, Tiffany. So we got our eyes on you. You got me that time, bud. Why are there so many trolls in this thing tonight? I don't know. I usually don't have so many trolls. All right. So let's see. We got about a little less than a half an hour. If you got a Bigfoot encounter, you can give a call in. We're just kind of hanging out. Let's see. Any cool things that I can share? I can share about one interview that's coming up while we're waiting. I was able to talk to a gentleman from Prince of Wales Island. You may remember that I talked to a individual named Alex, who was a chaplain with the Salvation Army. And he was stationed around Prince of Wales Island, and he shared about all sorts of Bigfoot encounters. Well, I've had an individual who has had multiple encounters on that island over the years. He is a logger. And he has agreed to be interviewed next week. He's had multiple Class A sightings, and I'm excited to talk to him. So you can be prepared for that. Let's see. We got BC Truck, BC Blaze. My wife and I are retired long haul truckers. If she wasn't already asleep, I'd see if you'd like to hear a UFO story. You know what? I would love to hear any story. So you're welcome to call in if you'd like. If it's a thing where you need to have your wife with you, that is no problem. But if you feel okay with telling the story, hold on. Let's see. You're welcome to call in 515-809-0165. Let's see. Maria, I live very close to Brazos River, outskirts of Houston, Texas. Have you heard any BF stories from around here? Let's see. I'm not overly familiar with the Texas geography, so I need to look at that real quick. Let's see. Um, so Maria, not Bigfoot related, but you would want to watch the Dogman Triangle documentary about small town monsters. There's an interesting Dogman encounter area that is outside of Houston, I believe. It's a little southeast of it, and they see some really interesting things in that area. Primarily Dogman, maybe some Bigfoot as well. So I would recommend that you track down that documentary from Small Town Monsters. I believe you can watch it on places like Tubi, Amazon Prime, things like that. Let's see. Bonnie says they also make crosses with trees and sticks on our hills and property. Yikes. Wow. BC Truck, good point. The Piney Woods are northeast of Houston. There are tons of sightings over there. Very good. Pine Knot Yoder is here, Mill Spring, North Carolina. You've got, yeah, Goral, you're out too, man. Sorry, I got Pine Knot Yoder. You're in North Carolina. There's tons of Bigfoot stuff that happens there. Let me know if you know it, seen anything. Let's see. Oh, man, this is wild. This is absolutely wild. Let's see what else can. If you are let's see. I would say the craziest Bigfoot part of Texas is the eastern part of the state. Let me know in the chat if you agree. Tiffany is on the case, taking out some trolls. So am I. It's a great time. We are rocking and rolling. Let's see. We got Pine Knot Yoder. I have lots of bent over trees wound into others. Interesting. Have you heard any howls or any whoops or anything? I'd be interested to know that. Let's see. Let's see. BC Blade says, I live here in East Texas. It's definitely a hot spot. I would agree. Well, hold on. I need to read something in the chat real quick. Oh, that's right. Yeah. You live close to Lake Fork. That's true. Okay. Yeah. Tiffany says trying to. Holy cow. Yeah, everything is bigger in Texas. I agree. That's what I hear anymore. I've never actually been to Texas before. The only Texas I've been to is in the Dallas Fort Worth airport. Let's see. Let's see. Marlene Woodrum, I would love to hear Bonnie Mullen stories. I would too. She's got an open invitation. She is a little shy, so I'm not going to push it, but you are welcome to reach out and to email me, bigfootsociety@gmail.com. Let's see. Crazy Dolphin says, good evening. What about South Florida, where I'm from? Well, Crazy, be nice. I've got a bad feeling. But yes, there are skunk apes down in that area. Let's see. Pine Knot Yoder. It's been a couple of years since I've heard the last howl. Lasted about 3 minutes straight. Wow. All right, I think we might be having a call in soon. Let's see. We got Sharon. Great to see you. I know it's pretty late where you're at over in Europe, but thank you so much for calling. Guys, if you have a Bigfoot encounter, you can call in 515-809-0165. Let's see. I think I'm gonna clear out some more real quick, Tiff. Just for fun. Let's see. Bonnie, thank you. Appreciate that. Let's see. Crazy Dolphin, I'm going to get rid of you too. Yep. Wow, Sharon. So this is incredible. Sharon, it is 4:10 in the morning where you're at. Intense. I know you are in a ton of different, you watch a ton of different shows. You're in a lot of different ones. So we are just hanging out tonight. It's Bigfoot Society AM, episode number 3, Revenge of the Trolls. If you've got a Bigfoot encounter, you have 19 minutes to call in. Bill, it is on screen right now. Let's see. Trying to remember what Bill's prior comments were. All right, let's see. Yeah. Number on the screen, Bill, 515-809-0165. Bill, hopefully you can call in. Let's see. Hey, thank you, Alexandra85. Not only is Alexandra85 a channel member, she sent in a super sticker for 99 cents. Thank you so much. I appreciate you supporting the channel in multiple ways. You are one of the positive lights in the comments, and I appreciate you, Alexandra. Sharon calls it silly o'clock. Yeah, I don't think I've seen 4:10 a.m. since the last time. Since actually the last time I saw it was on the way back from Monster Fest. Shout out to Monster Fest. If you want to meet a lot of cool people and be able to meet some awesome, all the people from Small Town Monsters, make sure you're in Canton, Ohio next year for Monster Fest 2. It'll be a good time. All right, Bill, the pressure's on. If you're going to call in, I've got my phone ready to go. 515-809-0165. I've got Do Not Disturb off. We got Ed Brown hanging out. Happy Thanksgiving, y'all. Great to see you, sir. We're going to clear out the chat. What? Dude. Wild. All right. Tiffany, can you actually hold? Never mind. All right. We got 17 minutes left. We've got a few people hanging out. Let me know if you had a good Thanksgiving. We asked earlier if you had a good Thanksgiving or not. And if you did, if you weren't around, let me know how your Thanksgiving went. Looks like Ed had a good Thanksgiving. We've got a few people hanging out. Again, shout out to Richard Epler for becoming a YouTube member earlier, for supporting the channel. Yeah, BC Truck. I know. Unfortunately, this is like the first time this has ever happened. But as the YouTube channel continues to grow, this is why we have great people like Tiffany, who is a moderator as of tonight. So thank you for your help. The other person that helps out sometimes is good old Squatch and Holler, Roger from Squatch and Holler. If you're not subscribed to Roger, make sure you subscribe to Squatch and Holler. Amazing interviews. Lily Kennedy, will you be at the Gatlinburg Conference Convention? One of these years I will be. Our main goal this year is to trying to get full time on the podcast. And so we're kind of focusing on that, which means that travel is going to be limited unless I am brought to the conference. So Tennessee probably won't happen. See, Memphis Song says, I'm getting dizzy reading the chat tonight. I agree. Tiffany says you need a regular mod. Yeah, it's Roger. He's just not here, which is fine. Bill's really? Hold on, guys. Is this not working tonight? Oh my goodness. Oh, yeah. Bill, I'm going to call you back right now. I apologize. Let's see. Sorry, guys. This is going to take a minute. I have to call him the old-fashioned way real quick. Okay, let's see. Seven. Okay. All right.
Hello.
Hey, Bill.
Hey, who's this?
Hey, this is Jeremiah.
Oh, hey, man.
Hey, calling you back.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't have it set up right on my side, but so it's my fault. But thank you so much
Oh,
for calling. What's going on, Bill? I didn't get a chance to listen to your voicemail. So yeah, what you got going on?
I just kind of basically rambled, I guess, about it's a terrifying event to see these things. It's not a Harry and the Hendersons feeling. There's no warm fuzziness to it.
Hold on one second, Bill. Can someone in the chat let me know if you can hear Bill as well, in addition to me? I just want to make sure they can hear you too, Bill.
Right on.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm calling from Kenai, Alaska right now.
Oh, from Kenai, Alaska?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm about 2 miles away from Port Chatham, where the Sasquatch ran everybody out of that.
You're 2 miles away from Port Chatham?
20 miles.
20 miles. All right, so they can hear you loud and clear. So, Bill, the floor is yours. What have you experienced up there?
Oh my God! What it started before I even knew what Harryman or Sasquatch or Bigfoot was. I was 6 years old, and one was looking in my bedroom window on the second floor of our house, which was 18 feet off the ground, and its whole face and head filled the window. And I freaked. I pounded on my brothers and sisters' door, and they were like, go see mom and dad. So I ran to my mom and dad. And that's when it started. But my wife and I have seen them recently, well, many times over the years. That's part of the reason we moved from Fairbanks to Kenai.
So, did you move to get away from them or to get closer to them?
We moved to get away from those specific ones.
Okay.
They had pretty much proven that they weren't afraid of anything I had to offer in defense of my property. They did what they wanted. They walked through there when they wanted. They did what they wanted. I mean, I have 4 dogs, and between the 4 of them, they're almost 700 pounds of dogs. And the dogs would just be terrified, absolutely worthless for any kind of protection at that moment. When they're hiding behind you, they don't do that for bear or moose or anything else. They'll gladly go after those. But they would chase my dogs back to the house.
What kind of dogs were they?
I've got an English Mastiff that's 248 pounds. a Great Dane that's 200 pounds, a St. Bernard that's 160 pounds, and a half Husky mix that's 100 pounds. He's the lap dog. They all think they're lap dogs, but they're not. But they're huge, and to see him go after a grizzly fearlessly, and then cower from stuff that we couldn't see, it was terrifying. It was like I had no. The only thing I could tell my wife was we were walking from. We had no running water at our house. We were building it, so we would go to my mother's house to bathe, and then at night we'd walk home, and we had this like 100-foot long trail that snaked up through the woods, and there was one about 10 feet from us in the dark. You could kind of see its hand because we had left the kitchen light on in our house, and my mom had her porch light on, so we had placebo amounts of light. But you could see its hand, and it was well bigger than my chest. It could have grabbed me by the chest and picked me up. I'm 5'6". It could have grabbed me by the chest like a toy if it wanted to. It was huge. And it growled at us, and you could feel it in your bones. Your everything, just you could feel it ripple through your body. And I told my wife, because my wife stopped and looked at me just panicked. And she could tell I was just as panicked, because it was like, yeah, there's nothing I'm going to be able to do but stall. You know, I told her, I said, don't run, keep walking, get in the house. That's your only goal. So she turned and she started walking towards the house and walked about 50 more feet up the trail, and then boom, into the house and slammed the door behind her. So I finally started walking, and it was all I could do to stand there for like 15 seconds to give my wife time to get into the house. And then I started walking, and it let out this like grumble, and then you could hear it take off in the dark. And as soon as I heard it running away from me, I ran away from it. I know it wasn't running away from me. It wasn't afraid of me. It was just done scaring me. But they seem to get off on scaring people. So we put up with it for 15 years and left. We couldn't deal with it no more.
So you had encounters like that for 15 years. And so what was the thing that broke the camel's back? Because if you put up with 15 years, it would have had to been something wild that happened that made you like, okay, this is it.
Well, the slapping on the house where it would shake the whole house and knock pictures off the walls, and the growling and the constant terrorizing, they seemed to like to scare the dogs a lot, to just keep the dogs in the house. Like, nope, we're out here. We're going to hang out here. We're going to do what we want. You're stuck in there, you know, and because you couldn't drag them out. You physically could not drag them outside. They would not go. Sure. And more often than not, they would block the door with their bodies. And 2 or 3 dogs sometimes hold the door shut just so I couldn't go outside to have a cigarette.
Did you?
And I took that as my sign from God right there. It was like, yeah, no, I'm not going to open that door. I don't need a cigarette that bad.
Right. Yeah. No cigarettes today. Did you ever get a good, clear look at the face of the creature?
Yes, I've seen several of them much closer than I've ever want to be to one again. I can tell you that. But their skin varies, but they all look kind of human in the face. I mean, human enough to recognize there's part human in there. Some kind of human. I mean, it's not all demon or whatever the hell they are.
Are you able to describe like what maybe the features that are in your memory from what you've seen over the years?
We've seen them, like they're one that really liked to mess with us. His skin was so black, it was almost blacker than black. It's hard to describe because he had his eyes would change colors. I mean, you'd see sometimes his eyes were white with a blue iris, and then white with a red iris, and brown. It was the same thing, but its eyes always changed. And sometimes at night, you could see red eyes, like emanating light out of the woods around the house. And it was like, yeah, no, we're not going outside tonight. We're done. And I mean, we lived in the woods compared to what a lot of people think the woods are.
How far away was your nearest neighbor?
Oh, by then they'd opened up a subdivision. And I'd warned all my neighbors that lived in the immediate area where I had seen them. It's like, look around you when you're outside. Don't just assume you're safe. Look around you when you're walking around, especially at night. And one of our neighbors had an incident where one roared outside of his house, and his house was 150 yards from mine. And I'm sitting on my front porch at 3 o'clock in the morning having a cigarette. We were having a pool tournament, and I had to smoke outside. So I sat on the porch. I had a bench, and I heard this crack, like a entire tree just broke. And then I heard that again and again, and then this roar came, and you could feel it hit you like a wave in the ocean, just like splashed up against you. And I just flicked my cigarette into my driveway, which I never do. I'm very meticulous about where my cigarette butts go.
Right.
And
Good.
Marlboro sent me an ashtray that I carry in my pocket, for that matter. I put their kids through college so I could get a free ashtray.
Right.
Sorry, off topic.
Yeah. Have you ever heard any baby cries in the woods?
Yes.
Really?
Right in Fairbanks, Alaska, I built my house 75 feet from my mom's house so that I could take care of her, because I had taken care of her all my life. She was suffering, hurting. And so we built our house 75 feet away so that we could get to her quicker. So there was no drive time, no wait, no lag. It was like, bam, we're there. And we had all just got done eating Thanksgiving dinner. There was probably 15 or 20 of us. my cousins, aunts, uncles, brothers, sisters, whatnot. And everybody walked outside to stretch their legs, and it was a warm night. For Fairbanks, it was like 25 above then. And we heard this baby crying, and several of my aunts and uncles were like, "Whoa, we're going to get that baby." It was like, "Wow, no, you're not. Nobody's leaving the yard. There's no reason. Nobody left a baby in those woods. I promise you. We'll go look from upstairs with flashlights before we go walking out there." And then everybody got terrified and just started bum rushing the house all at once. And you're getting like 2 people at a time through the door. So everybody just kind of wadded up on the outside of the front porch. And me and my uncle stopped because we both had cigarettes lit, so we couldn't go inside. So we stopped right outside the door. And it continued for a while, and then it changed to like owl noises and bird noises that you wouldn't hear in the dark. And it got terrifying all of a sudden. I don't know.
What was
I've
it?
heard of other people. I'm sorry?
Sorry, what was it that made it become terrifying for you all of a sudden?
There's like a pressure that they seem to push off that, I don't know, it's scary because they're there.
Yeah.
And they want you to know they're there. So they I don't know what it is, but they make this pressure that you can feel, and you just automatically are terrified. It's like, oh my God. I don't know if it's I can't even think. I've got the memory of a goldfish.
That's all right.
Infrasound.
Yeah.
It might be infrasound. Sure. I don't know.
Yeah.
But because I know for them to be able to rattle their bones when they growled at my wife and I, which on more than one occasion, there's got to be some level of infrasound there because nothing else does that.
Was that a one-night occurrence where you had the baby cries and then you heard the birds that shouldn't be there, or did that happen multiple times?
That happened multiple times over the years in that area. It was God, off and on. I'm 55 now. I didn't realize what was going on till I was in my 20s because I had no grasp of what could be out there, what is out there.
What was it that kind of turned the lights on where you realized that, hey, this is what I've been dealing with is something way outside what I can control?
My father and I were moose hunting one time, and we had 4x a long ways into this mountain valley. Well, he didn't want to risk going farther and getting stuck and having to walk that much farther out. So we augured around and turned the truck around to make a good flat takeoff area when we were going to leave. And we walked even farther into that valley on foot. And I seen the shoulder of one as it was going behind this huge spruce tree. And I told my dad, I said, there goes a moose right there. And my dad was already like straight up, like something got his attention. And I turned and looked at him, and he lowered his gun down. He didn't aim, but he was pointing the gun in that general direction. And he said, that wasn't a moose, let's go. And then I realized that what I thought was the butt of a moose was the shoulder. It was probably about 9 foot off the ground, rolling behind this big spruce tree. And to see my dad scared was an event, because you didn't ever see him afraid. He fought in World War II, the Korean War. Or yeah, he was not that kind of guy. He was a John Wayne kind of guy. He didn't get scared. And so that really made me nervous. So we backed our way out for a long ways, probably a quarter of a mile, before we turned and just booked it. And we got back to the truck, and I asked him, I said, what did you see? And he goes, you seen the same thing I seen. And I said, all I seen was its back. He goes, I seen it looking at us. And I was like, oh, brilliant. But needless to say, we never moose hunted in that valley again.
Are you able to share is there a name for that valley, or?
I don't even know.
Okay.
We would just take off in his truck and go. I mean, for miles and miles and miles and miles. And when you want to get big moose, you got to go deep into the woods, deep miles. So this was before cell phones or anything, so I had no GPS or anything. It was just nothing but rolling hills up there in Fairbanks. After you drive 40 or 50 miles out of town and start driving into the mountains and rolling hills, everything looks the same.
Oh, sure. Yeah, definitely.
I'm certainly glad.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No,
something I hear a lot from different interviews when it comes to Alaska is that the Sasquatch are can be extremely aggressive up there. Is that something that you've run into from things that you've heard? I'm sure you may have heard different reports.
The ones that my wife and I have encountered seem to be more aggressive than not. I mean, they weren't afraid to let you know they were there.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they weren't afraid of you at all. We were barbecuing one night outside of my mom's garage, kind of like a remembrance thing for Ma, because we were leaving. We were done. We couldn't be there no more. Mom had passed away years before, and it was time to go. And so we were doing one last barbecue and party at the garage, and one ran by the front of the garage while my wife was sitting out there, and scared her so bad she ran into the garage and closed the door and said, we're going home now. And she was ghost white.
Wow.
And all I caught of it was a gray and white and black-haired leg running by. But it shook the concrete foundation of our garage.
Hmm. That's wild. Did you happen to get any pictures or recordings of
I've
any
got
kind?
I've got boatloads of pictures and stuff, but the strangest thing is everything around these hairy men or Sasquatch is crisp and clear in the picture, but they're always blurry.
Right. That is usually the
And
case, isn't it? Yeah.
I used to have a photo lab, and I think that they can mess with an electrical field. So if you're using film, you can get a crisp, clear picture.
Hmm.
But I think they can do something to cameras. I don't know, but they didn't like the infrared light produced by the cameras. They would skirt around that light. I mean, they would show up in the middle of the day sometimes. And it just amazes me how some people refuse to see what's really going on around us.
Oh, sure. Definitely. Would you, even though they're blurry, do you have any available if to maybe email to?
I could email them to you, but it'd take me a little while because
Yep.
I would have to take them off my computer, put them on my phone, and then send them to you. I don't have internet where I live.
Oh, okay. Well, if you are able to, I'd think it'd be really cool to see him. I appreciate it, but only if you have the time to do it. So,
I am forcefully retired.
Okay. So you got some time.
I'm
All right.
disabled. I spend all my time on my front porch. Sorry, my dogs are going off.
Yeah, that's all
If
right.
you can hear them.
So remind me, are you currently having interactions right now with the Bigfoot?
The last one I had, thankfully, was 3 months ago.
Okay.
And he was 50 feet from me. I'm assuming it was a juvenile. It looked young in the face. It was only about 6 foot tall, but it was built bigger than any linebacker I've ever seen. And it was pulling these branches down, looking at me on my porch with the same confused look I gave it.
Wow.
And as soon as we made eye contact, he turned and disappeared into the brush.
Would you, if you had to categorize them as something, sometimes people will say, well, it looked more like an ape or it looked more like a human. Would you be able to do either of those, or would you have to use a certain
Every one I've ever seen looks more human than not.
Okay.
They have a very humanesque quality to them, if that's even a word. I gotta do something.
The dog's having a good time though. That's all right.
He's on the other side of the house, which shocks me.
Wow.
Something is going on on the inside of that. Samson, enough. Hey, Samson, get down. Hush now. Kind of hard to tell a 7.5 foot dog when he's standing on his hind legs to hush now.
Yeah, right. Hopefully there wasn't a Bigfoot out there, right?
We've heard some weird noises. I believe in God and I pray when they come. You can actually rebuke them in the name of the Lord and they will run away from you.
Really?
Yeah, even if they're being terrifying. I mean, just like feet away from you.
Interesting.
I don't know what they are, but I know they got to be more human than people think. I mean, they're not apes by any means. I'm sure there are different varieties of them, given the descriptions from all around the world, but it's a terrifying event every time. It's never fuzzy and happy.
I can't imagine going through the stuff that you've gone through before you moved. That just is that is wild. I don't know what I would, I feel bad for your wife, definitely. Yeah.
My wife is tougher than nails. She's 5'2" and just tough as nails, because I don't think I've met another woman in my life that would stay around something, or stay in a marriage and a household that long with something that terrifying going on all the time.
Good for her.
All the time.
Yeah.
Over the years, that's a long time. I give her a lot of credit. I call her my big burly wife, but she's 5'2" and 120 pounds.
That's awesome. She'll stand up to any Bigfoot for sure. That's great. Oh, Bill, I appreciate you calling in. This has been a fun chat. Please keep me up to date with if you experience anything else. You can send me an email.
I will. I just called in on a whim. It was like, yeah, time to say something about it.
Well, I appreciate you sharing your Alaska Bigfoot encounters with us. It's been a good time. Thank you so much, Bill.
Thank you. It was nice talking to you.
We'll talk later.
All right.
Bye. Good night. All right. Well, that was Bill from Alaska. Fun to talk to you, Bill. Thank you so much. That was awesome. Let's see. All right. Well, that was a fun phone call. That seems to be the thing with this show. When we do it, someone waits until like the last 20 minutes and then they call in. Now, hold on. I'm going to try to fix something real quick on my side. Sorry. Okay. So, last call. If you have anything to report, like a Bigfoot encounter you had, Bigfoot story, this is the last call. I'll give you a few minutes to call in. I'm going to just look through the chat real quick, see if there's anything that I missed. Let's see. Gene says, terrifying experience. Sounds like they use Bill's family as entertainment. Bad boogers. Yeah, I agree, Gene. Danielle is hanging out. Good to see you, Daniela, I think you said you are new, first time here. Let's see. Oh, Whitey, I saw your comment earlier. You can definitely send me an email as you were not wanting to call in, which is okay, but send me an email and we can chat that way. Dude, that's legit. I've experienced a few of these things as well, slightly different, but along the same. Man, I didn't hear there are more than two types of big people for sure. So very interesting. Let's see. Alexandra, thanks for sharing, Mr. Bill. Millie says, I think I found some tracks on a trail the other day. Definitely let me know what's going on there, Millie. You can email me at bigfootsociety@gmail.com. And we're going to go ahead and shut it down all, but thank you so much for hanging out today. This is a good episode of Bigfoot Society AM. Make sure you're subscribed and hit the bell icon so you don't miss the next one. And we'll see who we talk to next time. But have a great Thanksgiving weekend, all. And I will see you later.